What is happening when things seem to line up in unbelievable ways, and we know there's not a rational cause? Carl Jung called the phenomenon synchronicity. So what is it?
Jung talks about 3 kinds of synchronicity. The first is the kind that people think of as a typical synchronicity, or when they think of synchronicity, this is what they believe it is. It's 2 simultaneous events occurring acausally.
A few years ago, I realized I had to make a major upgrade in my career and the equipment needed for it, and I had no resources to do it. So I went to bed perplexed as to what I was going to do. And the next morning, an acquaintance of mine from out of the blue called and asked if I would be willing to use and hold his equipment for a while. And it was exactly what I needed.
The second kind of synchronicity would be when you have a dream, for example, and then something occurs at a distance.
There will be symbols in my dreams, or people, or places, and then I'll sort of have a recollection when I wake up, but then later that day, this person or this symbol will show up in the waking reality. And to me, that kind of signifies that there's something to pay attention to.
The third kind of synchronicity is where you have a dream or an experience, and then it relates to something that's in the future.
When I was a child, I used to have reoccurring dreams of planes flying into buildings.
The significance of Jung's concept, first of all, we see it landing everywhere throughout culture, and really it has to do with the evolution of consciousness.
So I don't think it's a thing of being lucky or special or certain times or magic. I think it is me willing to step in and have the conversation. And when I have the conversation, the universe has a conversation back with me.
I think synchronicity is about sort of an exchange and feedback of energy, and so whatever you give out, you actually are pulling simultaneously in, and so it's a continuous sort of flow between people, between situations, circumstances, events in your life.
The experience of synchronicity is not an everyday occurrence, because it encompasses something that's touching the world beyond our personal experience. It's from that level of beyond time, space, to the realm of the unconscious and beyond.
You get a sense, which can be quite subtle, that there is much more happening than meets the eye. You have to accept that the full meaning of it may not become apparent for some time. It is like planting a seed.
Synchronicity is they're like little clues that you are on the right path.
I think it's partially chance. It's partially just like the world coming together to make it happen for you, but you have to be open to it. So it's an opportunity that you're just accepting and not shutting the door to.
When we're moving into a field of synchronicity, worlds are synchronizing. The invisible world and the time-space world are coming into a new unity. And the more we get contact with this, the more we seek to live in a field of synchronicity.
The collective unconscious, to me, is like the repository, the basement, so to speak, of all human experience. Myths, religious rites, fairy tales, dreams. They're full of archetypal energies. That's how they're organized. That's how you begin to understand what's at that level. And slowly but surely, our consciousness can bring them up, and they start to change and direct our lives in pretty exciting and meaningful ways, and synchronistic ways.
Way down deep, there's a sacred girl.